Hello, today we are going to do a crime scene investigation. A crime has been committed by one of the 10 suspects below. You have been brought in as a police consult. You're going to analyze the evidence and eliminate 9 of the suspects to know who the guilty party is. You will need to be ready to present your findings to the chief inspector. So you have suspects, and then each page we're going to go through to eliminate certain suspects. Okay, page 1. Evidence 1 is on blood type. The suspect caught their arm on some glass, so you're able to get a sample of their blood. It has been confirmed as partially or all type A. Blood analysis is looking for antibodies to indicate the blood type. X antibodies indicate type A. Y antibodies indicate type B, and Z antibodies indicate type O. We're going to analyze the lab results below to see which antibodies the blood contains. Anyone who does not have all or part of type A can be eliminated. So anyone with type B or type O and no A at all can be eliminated. They are not the guilty party. So here's what you'll do with your math. Suspect number 1. Okay, we have 3x plus 2y minus 3x. So I'm going to combine like terms and do 3x minus 3x plus 2y equals, well, 3x minus 3x would cancel out. So all I would have left is just 2y. Y is what type of antibody? Y antibodies indicate type B. Okay, so this first suspect is type B blood. If they do not have type A, they can be eliminated. So I am going to eliminate suspect 1. So on the front page, you could put a big X through suspect 1. We have eliminated them with just this first clue. And then I'm going to move some of my work up here so I can see it clearly next to suspect 1 as my proof for the chief investigator. Why I eliminated them? They did not have the correct blood type. I have my evidence, I have my math reasoning. Suspect 1 has type B blood, and the guilty party had to have type A. Okay, go through and do the same thing with suspect 2. Combine like terms, figure out their blood type to help eliminate. Next page. Evidence 2. So maybe evidence 1 eliminated a few suspects. We still have a few guilty parties or a few that we don't know. Key code. The money was stolen from a safe that has a key code. Each suspect was questioned using a lie detector. The final digit of the code is 6. Work out these answers and eliminate any suspects who did not know X equals 6. Okay, so we have to subtract 9 from both sides of this first equation. 15 minus 9 equals 6. So X equals 6. This could be the suspect. They did know X equals 6. Next one. Can't eliminate unless the answer is something other than 6. So, oops, not subtract on here. Opposite of subtracting 5 is add 5. 1 plus 5 equals 6. So X equals 6. This could be the person. Okay, so you're going to keep going through and solve each equation. Evidence number 3. 12 million was stolen in this crime. All the suspects have stolen money in the past, and as with most criminals, the amounts have followed a pattern. Eliminate any suspects who would not have 12 million in their pattern. Okay, so you get the idea. Go ahead and continue showing work through the evidence to determine who the suspect is and who the guilty party is. First one, suspect 1. We have 6 million, 8 million, 10 million. So what would the next number be? Well, if I keep adding 2 million, so next amount is 12 million. Next person, 0, 4, 8. The pattern is add 4 million. So next amount is 12 million. I can't eliminate them. So keep going through your patterns to see who you can eliminate and who stays. If it's 12 million, they stay there. Let's go down to the next piece of evidence. Body mass index. In order to break through the door, the criminal must have had a body mass index of at least 22. This is worked out using the following formula. B equals W divided by H squared. B is your body mass. W is going to be your weight. H is your height. Use the data for each suspect and eliminate anyone who does not have a high enough body mass. Okay, so I'll show you how to do the work for the first one. We are going to take W, which right here is the weight. Suspect 1 has a weight of 70. Divide that by their height squared, 1.60 times 1.60. When you square it, you multiply it by itself. Okay, pull up my calculator. 1.60 times 1.60 is 2.56 equals 70 divided by 2.56. And using my calculator, 70 divided by 2.56 is 27.34. So my first suspect has a body mass index of 27.34. So you'll fill in each body mass index to determine, is this person strong enough to break down the door? They must have had at least a 22. Is suspect bigger than 22? Yes, so I cannot eliminate. It is possible for him to break down the door. Evidence 5, digital signature. Cameras are hacked during the crime and turned off. The police are able to trace the digital signature of the computer, which they worked out to be 12x plus 32y. Each suspect's laptops are confiscated by the police. Their signatures are checked. Here are the results. All right, so we are going to distribute. Distribute means you multiply the number outside the parentheses by each term inside. So I'm going to do 6 times 2x plus 6 parentheses for multiplication, 6 times 4y. Okay, 6 times 2 is 12, so I get 12x plus 6 times 4 is 24y. Okay, does this equal 12x plus 32y? No, it does not. So this person can be eliminated. So next to suspect 1, I'm going to write eliminate. I believe they were already eliminated from the first clue anyway, so now they're double eliminated. I know it's not suspect 1. Keep going through the rest of the suspects to see who else you can eliminate. Evidence number 6. Some of the money that was stolen by the suspect was marked with a residue that the police used to track money. The police retrieved some money from each of the suspects' homes. Trace amounts of the residue are found on all the bills. The results are shown. Eliminate the 2 suspects with the least amount of residue. So in this one, you have to do all 10 suspects to figure out who the 2 smallest numbers are. So when you do have decimals, remember to line up your decimals. .006. Maybe highlight your answer so at the end you can find the 2 that are the smallest. Use my markup tool and highlight. Okay, 0.06, you have to go through all 10 suspects and then find the 2 numbers that are the smallest to eliminate them. Evidence 7 is on time. The crime was committed at lunch. Each suspect needs a 36-minute window in order to commit the crime. You are told the times they left work for lunch and the times they arrived back. So suspect number 1 left at 12:15, arrived back at 1 p.m. So they took a 45-minute lunch. Yes, this is more than 36 minutes, so they could commit the crime. Okay, so first person had 45 minutes. So each person determined how long their lunch is. If the lunch was longer than 36, they could have done it. If their lunch is less than 36, you can eliminate that suspect. Okay, and let's keep going down. Evidence number 8 is money in the bank. You know that the crime was motivated by money, and so the police are interested in the finances of each suspect. You can eliminate 2 suspects with the most money. So you're going to go through and figure out how much money each suspect had. So you have to have an answer for all 10 suspects, and then the 2 biggest numbers can be eliminated. Now this one's a little tricky because you know how much suspect 1 has. So I have to go down my clues and find suspect 7 has 20% more than suspect 1. So I have to start down here and do 3,200 times 0.20, which is a percent. And that would give me 640. Then, since they have more than suspect 1, I take 3,200 plus the 20% more. Suspect 7 has a total of $3,840. Maybe highlight how much they have so when I look back at them at the end, I can determine the 2 that are the highest. Now I have to find which suspect has suspect 7 in their data. Right here, suspect 5 would be my next person that I can solve for. They have 5% less than suspect 7. So suspect 7 had $3,840 times 0.05 equals 192. They have less than suspect 7. So I take 3,840 minus 192. Calculator, I get 3,648. Highlight. Okay, so you have to go through and find all 10 suspects' amounts, eliminate the 2 that are the highest. Okay, and finally at the end, you can use this as a check mark list. Remember from our first piece of evidence, we eliminated suspect 1. So you could come in here and as you're going through, maybe come into the box and put a big X. over. So as you eliminate suspects, you can come into this checkbox and start putting X's by them to help you figure out at the end, is there anyone left that has absolutely no X's? So from evidence 1, I eliminated suspect 1. Evidence 2, I'll put X's here for anyone eliminated. And at the end, there should be one suspect that has no X's at all. All right, have fun investigating.